With the recent news of Tina Campbell of Mary Mary's divorce, it sounds like she's about to really get the shackles off her feet. After 25 long years of marriage, her hubby, Teddy Campbell, decided he had had enough. He filed the paperwork to officially kick her to the curb.
Bye, Ashley.
When a couple has been together that long, people start rewinding the entire relationship like a DVR, trying to catch every red flag they might have missed. And in today's installment of our Megachurch Messiness series, we're going to get into all the signs that this couple's union was never headed to the promised land. But before we get into it, the RRG Mass Choir has something to say. Me.
Oh Lord, how excellent.
Hallelujah.
How excellent. How excellent. How excellent.
Let him use you, girl. Let him use you.
Oh, our snacks.
I brought the choir this time, girl. I hope you don't mind.
Don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts.
Hallelujah.
Tina and Teddy got married in August 2000. The couple went on to have 4 children, in addition to Teddy's daughter from a previous relationship, creating what appeared to be a strong blended family from the outside. Tina was thriving in the gospel world alongside her sister Erica in their group Mary Mary. Teddy was also doing his thing in music, working as a musician and even landing a role as a drummer for The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
It is us, here right now.
With successful careers, a growing family, and a shared faith, it seemed nothing could shake this couple. But if there's one thing life is going to do every single time, it's expose the shaky foundation of something that looks solid. After releasing a compilation album, the duo went on a hiatus from music. From there, Tina and Erica debuted their reality show, Mary Mary, on WeTV in 2012. A year later, her marriage hit a major speed bump when Teddy got caught sticking his dangalang somewhere.
Fix it, Black Jesus.
Tina told Steve Harvey that someone who knew her very well and couldn't take Tina's delusion about being in a happy marriage is the one who exposed Teddy's affairs.
So they told me about 2 of them, right?
But Teddy wasn't just cheating with a random woman. He was banging someone who worked for the couple.
She had access to my home to come get my kids, and all that kind of stuff was very, mixed in our family, and so that broke my heart.
The entire situation played out on their reality show, giving the world a front row seat to the hot, stinking mess. Tina was visibly heartbroken, saying she couldn't even stand to look at Teddy's ugly-ass face.
Take me to the king, 'cause this is a damn mess, honey. Ooh, this is a mess.
She told him she didn't trust him anymore, and psychologically, once trust is broken at that level, it's hard to rebuild your entire sense of safety with that person. Tina told him she was leaving and that by the time she came back, she wanted him gone because she was at a point where she couldn't even function properly. And then Teddy made things even worse by admitting to his brother-in-law that Tina didn't even know the full story.
I need to tell Tina everything. I need to tell her that it wasn't just one affair that she knew about. There's more. There was countless, affairs.
At that point, it was clear that Teddy had a major character flaw, and Tina had no choice but to ask for a separation.
I cannot live my life like this.
Now, let's not pretend Tina just went into quiet healing mode, because she absolutely didn't. She admitted to Steve Harvey that she crashed out in every sense of the word. She destroyed 3 cars, cut up some of Teddy's belongings, and even admitted she had thoughts about taking his life.
Set it off in this motherfucker. Set it off.
Tina was also dealing with depression so heavy that she had thoughts about taking her own life, which shows just how much she was carrying internally. Over time, Tina realized that staying in that mindset wasn't going to help her, and she had to make a different choice. Through time apart, counseling, their faith, and reconnecting, they found their way back to each other and decided to try again.
Hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. God gave you all the signs that ninja wasn't it. And you went back to him. You lost me and cheated multiple times with multiple women. I would have shown that ninja multiple ways how much I hated his ass.
You're right, Auntie. And at this point, it's giving emotional attachment, not true forgiveness. But let's continue on with the story. She said that despite being together for years, they were passionate lovers, but not actual friends. She described how she would tense up when Teddy entered the room, comparing it to how someone might react if the Lord walked in.
Wait a minute. So you were tense around your spouse? And you married him for what reason? Why, girl? Lord, this don't make no type of sense, honey. What? Is we gonna get into a childhood? Cause something ain't adding up, honey.
Their relationship was also filled with passionate fighting, constant ups and downs, and cycles of breaking up and making up, which created an
emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Hey, that's my song right there.
Tina said she forgave Teddy because she believed he was better than his actions, describing him as someone with issues to work through. But get this, besties, she even fixed her lips to say that she was his biggest issue.
What in the Pentecostal pick-me-sha is going on here?
She also admitted that she prioritized her children and career over being a wife, saying she would get to Teddy when she could, a decision she later recognized as selfish. On top of that, she described herself as controlling, selfish, and intimidating, and her unapologetic attitude didn't exactly help the situation.
Now, wait a minute now. Something ain't adding up. I am so confused. Because, first of all, children have to be prioritized because they can't take care of themselves, number one. He should have been helping her with that, okay? And then he wouldn't have felt like he was being left out, okay? Help with the children. Number two, her career takes precedence because that's what's paying the bills. That damn drumming salary wasn't gonna cut it, okay? And then finally, Teddy is a grown-ass man. If Teddy needs some needs met that ain't being met, he need to speak the fuck up and say so. Uh-oh, I can't say that. He need to speak up and say that. And a man ain't gonna just marry a woman who's controlling, selfish, and intimidating. And if she describing herself that way, she became that way after being married to him. The question she need to be asking is why she became like that after being married to a man like him. Especially if she's saying she jumping when he entered the room. What's she scared of? See what I'm saying? I'm just saying that a woman who is in the presence of a kind, loving, generous man who's helping with the children it ain't gonna be moving like that. So what did he do? Come on, let's get on to it. I know you're gonna bust it wide open. Like Teddy was doing all them women.
Well, Auntie, you're not all wrong. When you really look at it, it sounds like they were both coping in different ways rather than addressing the root issues. She turned to her career and kids, and he turned to other vajayjays. After multiple affairs and years of rebuilding, Tina spoke to Essence magazine and described the experience of rebuilding her life and marriage as her black girl magic moment. Now, that sounds good on paper, but when you really think about it, that's a very polished way of describing a very messy situation. She said she made it to the other side, fell in love again, and at that point believed their marriage was stronger than ever as they approached 16 years together. While some people were happy to see them work through such a painful situation, others were side-eyeing the entire thing. Because when someone cheats multiple times with multiple people, including someone in your inner circle, it's hard to believe that behavior just disappears overnight. Still, one thing nobody can take away from Tina is that she is extremely forgiving, whether that worked in her favor or not. But apparently, Teddy had to do some forgiving of his own.
When my wife was going through her anger and her frustration, she lashed out at me. To keep it 100, my wife was trying to kill me. Now, I know what I did was wrong, but I had to make the choice in my heart to forgive my wife for responding that way.
Girl, please, I thought you was talking about something. Hell, I thought she got her lick back by getting some dang-a-lang. But she tried, Teddy. Okay, she may have tried to physically harm you, but did she succeed? Did she do it? No. So get over it, Ninja. She should have did worse than what she did. Hell, ask me. I'm old school. Where's the baseball bat? Where's the grit ball?
Tina revealed in 2017 that she voted for Donald Trump in the 2016 presidential election.
What in the Candace Owens is going on here?
Whether that caused tension between her and Teddy isn't confirmed, but given how polarizing politics can be, it's easy to imagine that it added another layer to an already complicated relationship.
Teddy wasn't thinking about no damn politics, girl, please. He was thinking about politicking I can't say that.
All right, Auntie. What we do know is that Tina created a firestorm within the Black community. In her mind, this probably felt like standing firm in her beliefs, but to the public, it felt like she had completely misread the room and then doubled down on it. People started dragging her left and right, questioning her judgment, her awareness, and honestly, her connection to her own audience. Because for a lot of Black listeners, supporting Trump felt like a disconnect from reality.
It appealed to my Christian values more than the other candidate. Then when it comes down to it, I chose based on my faith. I didn't really like either one of the candidates, if I could just be honest. But it was two people that had a chance of winning, and so I voted based on my faith. Do I choose to give any more of my time to anybody who has an opinion about my right to vote and to who I vote for and what behind it? Not at all. So what's the next question?
Okay. When you build your brand on faith, relatability, and connection to your audience, and then you publicly align with something they strongly disagree with, it creates a crack in that image. So while Tina may have felt spiritually justified in her decision, publicly, it was messy, confusing, and damaging to her brand. Because sometimes it's not about whether you have the right to your opinion. It's about whether you understand the impact of saying it out loud to the people who built you. Tina told the Root website that she had no concerns whatsoever about Teddy cheating again after everything they had been through, which sounds nice, but reality doesn't always follow declarations like that. She leaned heavily on faith, believing that both of them had changed and that their past issues were behind them. She even said she wasn't mad at Teddy or any of the women involved, which shows just how far she had gone in her forgiveness journey. On a 2024 episode of the Dear Future Wifey podcast, Tina and Teddy were once again talking about forgiveness and how they had restored their marriage, sounding very similar to conversations they had been having for over a decade. The only real difference this time was that they mentioned their 24th anniversary was coming up that August, which made everything sound like it had come full circle. But sometimes what people say publicly doesn't always match what's happening privately. Teddy filed for divorce in April 2026 to put them both out of their misery. In court docs, he stated they had been separated since June 2024, which raises many questions, given they were still presenting themselves publicly as a united front.
Oh, lying heathens.
According to TMZ, Teddy cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for their split, and he asked the court to handle custody and support matters later, while also noting there was no property to divide.
I'm sure he did say irreconcilable differences. The ninja ain't gonna put adultery on there. That's what he should have did, though. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Shoot.
On the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, Gary with the T shared that sources close to the couple believe they never truly recovered from Teddy's cheating scandal. On top of that, Teddy reportedly wasn't on board with Tina's political stance, and the public backlash may have affected how they were perceived in the industry, potentially limiting opportunities as well.
So the dusty MAGA was messing up their money. That'll teach you. This was going on long before MAGA. He just looking for a horse to ride out of the marriage. That's what he looking for. He looking for a scapegoat. That's what he looking for. He just using MAGA, honey, but that ninja probably got a whole baby somewhere.
So it wasn't just one issue. It was layers of unresolved tension, public pressure, and fundamental differences that never fully went away. While it's always unfortunate to see another Black couple bite the dust, this hot, stinking mess doesn't exactly come as a surprise when you look at everything that led up to it. Between the cheating, the forgiving, the re-forgiving, the we're stronger than ever press runs, and the quiet separation happening behind the scenes, this relationship was basically running on vibes, faith, optics, and unfinished business. Forgiveness is cute, but at some point, you've got to ask yourself if you're healing or just tolerating. And the fact that Teddy, the person who destroyed everything in the first place, was the one who pulled the plug after 25 years of marriage says a lot. Tina was invested in this narrative of second chances and God restoring their marriage.
And third chances, fourth and fifth chances.
Once you step into that role, it's hard to walk away. And when the person who benefited the most from your forgiveness decides they're done, it forces you to confront a hard truth. You were holding it together by yourself the entire time.